Self-esteem parenting 9. Living in the moment. There are many special moments during our lives, but sometimes I might miss an important moment. When we're watching a play or a movie and we hear the music coming, we know there's an important point. Self-esteem parenting 9. Living in the moment. There are many special moments in our lives, but sometimes we might be distracted or not be totally awake, and we might miss an important moment in our children's lives or our own lives. We're just not really conscious. When we watch a play or a movie, the music comes, and when the dramatic moments are about to come, we hear special music in the background going doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Jaws is coming, the shark is coming, and we wake up, we wait. Self-esteem parenting 9. Living in the moment. There are many special moments in our lives, and we always want to be awake and conscious not to miss those special moments. When there is a movie or a play, and we hear the music in the background going doo-doo, 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 we know, listen carefully. We wake up. The music alerts us to the fact that an important moment is coming. The shark is coming. Jaws. And yet, in life, there are not such musical background moments. The musical director, God, does not send us notice saying, pay attention, this is important. Or does he? The Medrash in Rus Rabbah 5:6, chapter 5, Parsha 6, says the following. The Medrash says, had Ruvain known that the Torah would record about him that, quote, and Ruvain heard and saved Yosef from their hand, in Breshis 37, then he would have taken Yosef on his shoulders and brought him to his father. Had Aharon a Kohen known, the Torah would record about him that, quote, and behold, Aaron will go out to meet you in Shmos, chapter 4:27, then he would have greeted Moshe Rabbeinu with drums and tambourines. Had Boaz known that Hashem would record about him in the Megillah of Rus, that, quote, and Boaz handed her parched grain, and she ate and was satisfied and had some left over, in Rus chapter 2, verse 14, then he would have given her fatted cows to eat. That's Rus Rabbah 5:6. How were Ruvain, Aharon HaKohen, and Boaz to know that the Torah would record about them these special events that they did in their lives? How would they know that the Torah was going to write favorable things about them? Had they known that, they would have put an extra effort to go the extra mile, to do something more than they already did. Had they known that the Torah was recording their actions, perhaps when the movie is playing on our lives, we would step up to the plate, pay attention, and be more alert, more conscious, more aware, and put in more effort in our lives. If we knew that our lives were coming to a crescendo moment, an important moment, we would wake up and smell the spiritual coffee. Is there such a moment? Is there a methodology for us and our children to be awake that there's a special moment coming for our children, for our family, and we must pay attention and absorb the moment and take it in and live the moment? What is that methodology? How do we remain on this high level of constant awareness and consciousness? We do this by noticing three things: our surroundings, our physical surroundings, where we are, the people we are with, number 2, and third, our responsibilities in this moment of reality, time. These are the 3 opportunities that God gives us: the place, people, and time around us, and then we can give our response. And the word response is the key word or the root word of the word responsibility. We could perform our responsibilities if we have a response moment, respond to the moment. This place, these people, this time, at this moment in time, we can respond correctly, fully conscious. Let me tell you a story of how I was not fully conscious. When I was a rabbi of the new West End synagogue in London, I was trying to encourage young people to come. And at the Shabbos Kiddush, there were about 6 or 7 young people around me. We're talking and schmoozing about the values of Torah, and I wanted to encourage them to come to my Wednesday night Live and Learn program, where a lot of 40, 50 people came in different chaburas, different groups, and we learned. One learned Gemara, one learned Chumash, one learned with Hashkafa with me, one learned Hebrew. And we had different tables going around this base medrash in our shul in the new West End Synagogue, St. Petersburg Place in London, W2, downtown, near Buckingham Palace. And at that time, I was trying to schmooze them up to get them to come to my program. And I was saying, Jewish values have lasting value. Not like our current generation, where we have the throwaway generation, the throwaway diaper generation, the new and improved generation. It's like people these days, they just throw out their marriages, just like we throw out diapers. And then I said, oh my gosh, this young lady in front of me, who I had married in my shul a year and a half ago, just got separated from her husband. And I realized what I was saying at that moment when I was not truly conscious and awake of who I was talking to, this time, this place. I wasn't paying attention. And I just throw out this glib comment about new and improved generation. We throw out our husbands, and I go, but sometimes, I said, I try to ameliorate and save the moment. I said, sometimes we have to change our spouses when things are not working out, but the damage was already done. I already put my foot in it, and I couldn't take it out. It was just a broken moment. Why? Because I wasn't fully aware of the people I was talking with. I wasn't aware of that moment, the place, the Golda Kohen room in the New West End Synagogue on Shabbos morning, with the people. I was not conscious of all 3 elements. I was in the Golda Kohen room. It was Shabbos day, right? It was, I knew the place. I knew the time, Shabbos Kiddush, but I didn't know the people. And all 3 are necessary for me to be truly awake and conscious. And that is the music of me being aware of people, place, and time. And if I recognize that that is the background music of my life, then I can be truly awake. Where is this found in the Torah? It's found in the Sefer Yetzirah, attributed to Avram Avinu, who teaches us that the pasuk Ashan, that the Mount Sinai was Ashan Kulo, Ashan full of smoke, full of mystery, full of a furnace of smoke, where Moshe Rabbeinu entered into the Arafel, into that misty moment of dimension beyond this world. The Ashan Kulo, the smoke, a rising pillar of smoke. Says the Sefer Yetzirah, Ashan, Ayin Shin Nun, stands for, he went into Ashan, he went into Ayin Shin Nun. Ayin stands for Olam, physical place. Shana represents time, and Nun, Nefashos, Nefesh. Olam, Shana, Nefesh. Olam, physical place. Shana, time, and Nefesh, souls. If we recognize that in this moment right now, this moment of Olam, the world for you and me is this space, the space you're in by your computer, my space in my studio. Ayin, Olam. Shana, this time, 4 days before Shavuos in 5780, May 26th, Memorial Day 2020. That's the time. The people, you and me. If I become aware and conscious of this place, this studio, this time, Erev Shavuos, important to talk about Shavuos, about time, and Nefesh, you and me, then I will take this convergence of time, people, and place and absorb it and live it to its full. But if I'm just not paying attention, then I won't say the right thing at this time. I won't understand or appreciate who I'm speaking to, members of the world, members of Klal Yisrael, members of our community, how important it is to speak and respectfully speak to you and to learn Torah with you. If I appreciate people, this place, this holy place of learning Torah together, and time, Erev Shavuos, then I will be totally present in the moment. I'll be alive in this moment. But if I'm not, I'll miss out. And this moment of people, place, and time, this convergence of people, place, and time right now, this moment, will never, ever happen again. It may happen tomorrow, it may happen next year, next Erev Shavuos, us as people in this place perhaps next year, but the time will be different. So this moment is a unique moment in time, a unique moment in history. And we have to take full advantage of this time, these people, the nefashos, and this place, and make it count. Be present, be totally here and present. That's the background music of how we can be living in the moment. When someone does, says the Alter Slobodka, on this parsha, the parsha of Vayeshev, in my book, based on my book, Bring Out the Best, building a Jewish guide to building family esteem, the Alter says that when chesed is done for you, and chesed is done for Yaakov Avinu, chesed is a recognition of the moment of people, place, and time. When chesed is done for you, when kindness is done for you, it's not something that can be paid back flippantly. When someone does a moment of kindness to you, we have to have, says the Alter Slobodka, hakara satov. What does hakara satov mean? When you do chesed, you have to recognize the good. Hakara satov means hakara, awareness, makir. Be aware, conscious of the good that's being done to you. If someone babysits my kids, I say, well, I'll pay you back, I'll babysit your kids. You do my carpool, I'll do your carpool. It can't be paid back. A chesed, if I am really makir tov, hakara satov, I cannot pay back the chesed. Why? Because the chesed you do for me becomes so much part of me. It's absorbed in my life. It changes my life. It changes me. And when I do chesed for you, it changes you, but not in the same way. And therefore, I can never pay you back for the chesed you do for me, because it becomes part of my being, part of the fabric of my being. It's changed me. It's changed my life. It's enhanced my life. And therefore, hakara satov means I have to recognize the people, the place, and the time, and really be present. And when chesed is done for me, I must truly be totally there, totally present, totally appreciative of the chesed, and I can never pay it back. And therefore, when someone does a favor for me, and I see them 20 years later, I say, remember that time that you helped me out with that carpool, or that house, or that meal you gave to us? I really appreciate that, because it stays with me. I can never pay it back. I must always recognize the good that's done to me, because you changed my life. That's hakara satov, and that's recognizing the olam shana nefesh, the pace, the place, the time, and the people. Let's truly be Ashan. Let's understand the Ashan of Har Sinai, the mystical moment of Har Sinai, that people, place, and time are important, are valuable. And when we're conscious of this, when we're present in the moment, then we can truly be in the moment and capture every single moment in the soul, in the eye and the soul of ourselves. We won't need a camera, no video, no VCR, no DVD. We'll need just our own soul to be aware of the olam shana nefesh, the place, the people, and the time, to truly be there in the moment. That's called living in the moment.